education with science. Not what teachers said to do, making dreams come true.
This weekend on the National Mall, people of all ages will be learning about science and more. And who better to lead the march into knowledge than our next guest? He's been teaching kids about the wonders of science for years. Of course, he is Bill Nye, the science guy. And he's here to show us how it all comes together. Everything, basically, the whole world.
The whole world, the universe.
I hope you guys have some time. It's going to take a minute.
Yeah, we'll take a few minutes. Anyway, greetings.
Greetings to you as well. You're in town for the
Science Festival on the
Thank you.
National Mall. Don't miss it if you can, as we like to joke. So I was here on Monday for the science fair at the White House.
There you go.
Met the man. It was very cool. But this weekend, the Planetary Society, of which I am now executive director.
Congratulations.
So, well, you
That is
leave
a
the
big
room.
deal.
You leave the room and you come back. Hey, Bill, you're executive. Oh, great.
Okay.
Anyway, we are at last going to fly our solar sail spacecraft, which we call Light Sail 1.
Okay.
Now, Brandis, you're hip to fireworks. You light the
I know
fuse.
all about the fireworks.
Okay,
yeah.
right. Then you have rocket. You get one end burning, it goes, yeah.
Right.
Well, this is a model of our sail, which we get in space next year, we hope, and the momentum of sunlight. Wait, you're saying? I thought light had no mass and therefore would have no momentum. I know.
No, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yes,
Really, was about
but it
light.
turns out, as a consequence of relativity, light has momentum. Just light, not the solar wind. So contributors to the Planetary Society, maybe there's some of you out there, members and people just go to our website. We are building our own spacecraft 4 times this big. So it'd be
Gigantic.
most of the studio, and the whole thing weighs less than 10 pounds, less than 5 kilos, and it just deploys to 35 square meters.
Mm-hmm. And so the momentum of the sun pushes it higher into the atmosphere.
Well, not in the atmosphere.
Thank you.
It's
I'm
in
glad
orbit.
I asked.
Yeah. No, once it's in orbit, once we're above the in fact, can I just say we got to go to 800 kilometers?
Yeah,
you mean
can.
300? No, 800. We got to get out really far away from the Earth's air.
Okay.
And this will be pushed through space by sunlight. Very cool.
That is impressive.
So it's a private spacecraft, and you can contribute at planetary.org, just to talk some more about me.
Right. So,
but meanwhile, come down to the National Mall, everybody. We're celebrating science. You're watching television. You're on television. We have little microphones. We've got batteries. All this stuff is science.
it is.
Right?
It's all highly scientific, and honestly, I have no idea how most of it
yes,
works.
but you do. you live in a scientifically literate society. You've probably been to a cash machine. You've met people
I have
who've
been to a cash
machine.
machine. Yeah, I'm familiar with science.
Yeah. You've seen ballpoint pens. You've probably eaten food grown on a farm through very sophisticated scientific methods. So science is what makes our little world go round.
It makes the world go round, quite literally,
for humans,
actually.
Yeah.
So once we get this into space, and it will be propelled by the momentum of the sun, then what?
Then we show that this is possible in Earth orbit. And it will twist with every orbit so that its orbit will get bigger and bigger. And then this is Light Sail 1. But we hope to build Light Sail 2, and then Light Sail 3. And then these sorts of spacecraft would be ideally suited for monitoring what we call solar weather. You mean the sun has weather?
Yep.
That's right. And so when the sun gives off a big magnetic field or a big corona, it could affect everything we do with our electronic technology, like your cash machine.
My cell phone.
Your cell phone could get, that's
pretty important.
Actually, that is. If everybody's cell phone went down at the same time, that would be bad for us.
That'd be pretty significant, especially here at TBD.
And yeah, your TV and your Wall Street and all that would be severely affected. So this is the ideal technology for that.
So it's a bit of a learning, but learning how we can expand upon this so that we can use it for other development. Research and development.
And so this is the material glued to a piece of cardboard for the model, but it's 4.5 microns. 4.5 microns in the whole, and by your human hair, Brandis, your hair is probably about 100 microns thick.
Okay.
So it's a 20th of the thickness of your hair.
Wow. So it's extremely thin.
And so it's very
I'm a bit jealous.
Lightweight. You look fabulous.
Thank you,
You
Dominic.
look fabulous, honey. So it's So here on Earth, this whole thing, the real one, weighs less than 10 pounds, 4.75 kilos.
Okay. Now,
because everything's so light that we bzzz in space.
Is this just part of our setup right here, or is
no,
this
that's the
represents? I probably shouldn't have touched it.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
It represents what people call the bus, or the chassis, or the main body of the spacecraft, and all of this material in the real one folds up inside of there. It's like origami. Yeah.
Oh wow!
It's really
inside this little square.
Into this little, well, actually into 2/3 of it, if you must know.
Okay.
And then 1/3 of it is electronics.
And that's just the very thin silver material that we see right here. Okay.
It's mylar,
and the rest
like
of it's cardboard.
Yeah, well, but the real one's not cardboard. Yeah.
That's it. This is a model, by the way.
That's right.
Folks.
Yeah. And you'll notice we have very little zero in the way of zero gravity here. Anyway, in outer space, it's so thin and so low mass that you can get it pushed by sun. The deal is, it's just like a sail, in that the Earth is pushing, the sunlight's pushing it around the Earth. Then you got to twist, karate chop fashion. Oh. And to do that, we have gyroscopes and these things that react against the Earth's magnetic field. It is, dare I say it, rocket science.
It is rocket surgery.
It really is rocket surgery, yes. It's rocket surgery.
It's rocket science.
And it's cool. And this is a private spacecraft. We're trying to nudge the space agencies of the world to take on new and cool stuff rather than not.
So if you guys want to get a look at it, then you can see it tomorrow at the National Mall.
Come down to the National Mall. We got a booth just north of the Air and Space Museum, right out the main doors there. The Planetary Society. I'll be there a couple times during the day. We got little things. We want you to embrace the Planetary Society, space exploration, the joy of discovery, and the PB&J. The passion, beauty, and joy.
Not the peanut butter and jelly.
Science.
Thank you so much, Bill Nye, for coming in. Bill Nye, the
Thanks,
Science Guy, everybody. He'll be here all week.